$5,000. $5,000. $5,000. In the ring, 5,000. Thank you. That was the beginning of my breakthrough in US. Phone calls from every corner. Our first keyboardist who came to church just saw keyboard. He saw keyboard, nobody was playing it. He just came to me. He said, "Excuse me, sir, is there anybody playing the keyboard?" I said, "No." It's okay, I can play. He went now our first keyboardist. He lives in the US today with his family. As he heard I was in US, they live in Chicago. I was in California. As he heard I was in US, went and told the father. The father said, "If your pastor you tell me about in Nigeria is here, call your brothers and your sisters, the whole family, even people who have not seen me before." They gathered, and the father said to them, "Your pastor in Nigeria is here. Everybody contribute money that we'll give to him." Like a joke. The family. That man of God, you saw that God used to do that, and he said that poverty is the name of their family. He struggled, even as a pastor, struggled, nothing working, until one day he said he had God clear say to him, "Sow a seed, sacrificial seed, and your bondage will be over." That's why it started with, when the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion. Poverty is captivity. Poverty is bondage. After number one, it came again to number 3 and said, "Turn again our captivity." You brought us out of bondage before. Now we are in that bondage again. Turn it. That's why you don't sow once and stop. Because what left you may come back. You give to come out, you give to maintain, to remain out of it. He said, he now asked God, "What will I give?" God said, 1 million. I didn't have it. He was telling me his story. So he said he had to sell a land. He sold a land. He sold a land. Now somebody has up to 5 land, and then everything about you has gone down. To eat is problem, but you still have 5 land. Sell one. Start business. You say, "No, I can't sell any land." Sell one. Sow as a seed. Let God bring you up again. You say, "No." God said, "Now you die there." Covetousness is the major reason why many will never rise financially. Greed. They do everything to get, but we never let what they get part. Have you not seen people with AK-47 phone and they are begging you for 1,000? Even advising them sell your phone to get what you want is even a risk to give them such an advice, because they see you as a wicked person. They see you that you don't want them to have what they have. They don't know you're giving them a godly counsel. Nezuski Branuza. Stretch your 2 hands. Now hear me. Stretch your 2 hands. Don't hold any pen. Stretch those 2 hands and look straight into my eyes. Today on this mountain, I come on a direct assault, an attack against the spirit of covetousness and greed. Every spirit of the love of money in you that will let you rise, I command it now out of you in the name of Jesus Christ. Verse 6, quickly. Don't take it again. Quickly. He that goeth forth. And now hear me. Every time you sense that your business is going down, things are no more working the way they should, do you know what you should do? Stop praying. Go for a sacrifice. I'll show you now. I'll show you. Sacrifice. Let me tell you. There are two areas of your life that Satan desires to attack by all means. Can I tell you the two areas?
Yes, sir.
Number one, your health. But even before your health, your finances. He is on a daily brainstorming on how to attack these two areas of your life. Your finances and your health. Because listen, when these two are gone, you are finished. Do you know? Even if you are sick and you have money, you can get your health back.
Yes, sir.
By the grace of God. So he does everything to attack your finances so that he will dislodge you. That's why having it is not enough. It is keeping it that makes it enough. And you do that on the basis of sacrifice. What is sacrifice? So that you don't forget, like I said before, it is inconvenient giving. You are giving it and it is not convenient. If you have never gotten yourself involved in such a giving, you have not started. You have not. Imagine. Now please sit up and hear this now as I begin to conclude. A man waited for 25 years to have a son. 25 solid years to have a child. Finally the child came. God said, give me your son, your only son, whom you love. With emphasis, so that you don't mistake it for Ishmael. So, until you give God what you love, it will move God. It is what you love that moves God. It's not anything you just say, just put your hand in the pocket and just drop it. No. Until you give God what you love, that's what moves him. For Isaac to bless Jacob, he said, go and make me venison that I may eat, such as I love. Such as I love. The whole place broke. As Abraham tied that young man. Hey, Kumalezo. Hey, hear this. Hear this. Look at the mystery I understood with that exercise. He took the boy and tied him. Before he laid him on the altar. Do you know the meaning? There are certain things that if you don't tie them, you can't give them. You close your heart. I see breakthroughs coming. There are two people, I heard their voice now. It was not too loud, but you drew something from heaven. I see breakthroughs coming to somebody. Ola, this is my first time meeting you. We've never met before. We only talked on phone. Well, look at the kind of testimony you shared. During Shiloh, they had to lay a 6-digit sacrifice. 6-digit means it's in millions. On the altar, he and the wife. And the heavens open. And today they are building their house. The second car came. Stop asking how it will happen. Just believe God. There are people who are still struggling with 100,000. 100,000 to give it to God. 100,000. We were in a hotel the other day, and then by the time we moved from the airport to the hotel, it was very late. There was no way you can go out now to go and look for where to buy food. So it's a mandate, you must eat from the hotel. Man of God. We now call them. How much is your plate of food? They say, what do you want? We say, okay, what do you have? So we have rice. What kind? Your love? Yeah. White? Yes. So with water, how much? They say 5,000. I turned. My wife turned. We looked at her. I asked my wife, how much is our offering? Now hear me. There are people who stay in hotels like that eat like that for 2 weeks. Morning, afternoon, night. Morning, afternoon, night. Morning, afternoon, night. They eat it like that. Even hear me. There are some of you eat it like that. Here, you eat it like that. When it comes to recharge card, you don't think. When visitors come to your house, you don't think the money comes out. But when it's in church, they say, now think, you mean he means we should drop 50,000? For what? You mean 100 to drop it? What happened? There was a comedy show in Port Harcourt. I was reading the signboard. Gate fee 5,000. What did they call it? Huh? Gate fee 5,000. There's another one they call round table. No, they have not come to VIP. Round table 25,000. VIP 50,000. And somebody goes there comfortably. You used to watch them on television. The place will be packed, full. Comfortably go there and pay and sit down for somebody to make him laugh. This is 5,000. You now come to church, you don't just get laughter, you get life. And you feel that giving is too. Why would they ask us? That man is too much. He's talking about money too much. Even I'm asking God now, if you can just give me this thing as ministry. Every Sunday I talk money. Because it is what you preach that you see. If I'm preaching holiness alone here, you will not hear testimony of one person that got financial breakthrough. All you'll be hearing is, you see, I was a smoker. Now I've changed. That's all you'll be hearing. Yesterday there was rapture. I went, I came back. I'm testifying. Because in the Bible says, for as my word is within them, so shall my spirit be within them. Who likes suffering? Maziko Pradalia. Stretch your two hands. Every cause of suffering, financial hardship on you now, that cause is broken in the name of Jesus. Excuse me, sir. You said your salary was 12,500 and you got married? My God shall supply all your needs according to his riches in glory, not according to your salary. Listen, remove your eyes from your earthly bank account and put it in your heavenly bank account. Now, all the guest artists we are bringing this month, who asked you for the money? Even Pastor Pat, the day we sat down to talk, did the calculation, drew the budget. He said, I said, now listen, this money may be too much for us to give to these people to bring them. But I now ask him a question. I say, how about if God should ask us to sow 2 million naira as a seed, or 1 million? Will we say no? He said no. I said, now God is asking us to sow it to the work. We don't know what he wants to do. If you love money, you will mourn. There are some men whose wives are going through hell because they love money more than the woman. Their ATM card has mopo men surrounding it. Nonsense. Our venues of giving for financial harvest. Very fast. Okay, watch it now. Look at this. Why would I hide my testimony from you? For what? Some people say don't talk to, don't say everything. You don't know who is watching you. What if you watch me? God close your eye in the night, you not wake up again. Kill you in the night. God protects it. God protects those he blesses. Kills you in the night. Our first daughter, I will never forget. My wife woke up one morning to ask me for 15 naira. 50 naira to buy a kamu. Pop! I didn't have it. I've shared this thing before. 50 naira. I mean, my bank then was Afribank. No 50 naira. I had to go for forceful evangelism. Wore my suit and started going from house to house. It was one house I went. After preaching there, the man entered. He said, this thing you just taught me now, I've never seen it in the Bible before. So just have this thing. As I went out, opened it, was 500 naira. That was how we bought pap. We still finished. But today, this one they are carrying in the hand now, the milk can pay 2 persons school fees. The milk, I don't even know the name. All they just say milk. I said take the card. When they just say milk, I said that's the ATM card there. Levels can change. Brakatalika Sofia. And today I am speaking to somebody. The family you are struggling. As you obey the word, you are changing levels. Let me tell you something. There is no door poverty cannot knock on. Hey, listen. Meet anybody. I had my grandmentor say the whole Winners Chapel will not contribute 300 naira to pay for his house rent. His house rent they couldn't pay. The whole Winners could not get 300 naira to pay. Is it 500 or 300 for his house rent? Or is it not the commission today recognized globally as one of the richest, if not the richest ministry in the whole world? Listen, I don't care how poor you are, you can come out of that poverty. That amen is by choice, you can come out of poverty. That amen is by choice, you can come out of poverty. That amen is by choice, you can come out of poverty. That amen is by choice, you can come out of poverty. And today you are coming out of poverty. Look at the park here. The park here, just close to the park. Yeah. A time came that whenever I and my wife is coming, you see them run to us. Pastor, I have reserved a seat for you. They know us. Every time I want to go and see Papa David, you me. That's what we're going to take bus. He said, Pastor, you like front seat, you like front seat. We have cleared it for you. We have cleared it for you. They knew us. Who will take me back to the park? Zanagu Katale. Stretch your 2 hands. The same way God has changed my story, that's the way he will change your story. I am saying it 2 more times. Man of God, I pray with my heart. There's somebody here. You've wept in the night. You've cried in the morning. Nobody had your cry. But I'm speaking with authority. As you respond to the word, I declare, poverty is leaving you alone finally. Take your seat. Can you help me tell somebody levels can change? Levels can change. It has been on the platform of sacrifice. I'm telling you, it has been on the platform of sacrifice. And now hear me, I don't want to go too deep so that I don't miss my planned program. Here it is. There is nowhere in the world where you see wealth, both in the kingdom and outside the kingdom, where it didn't take a sacrifice. There is no this convenient giving. That's what has kept you where you are. No, stop that. Imagine God say, buy somebody a car and you didn't have the money. Say, Lord, I obey you. Look at that testimony. That was last year. I was preaching in the Assemblies of God, Central Worship Center. And I called for a seed. The program was even Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. The day I was ending, that was on Tuesday. What I preached was the benefits of hatred. I didn't talk about money. That's the last day, Tuesday, so that I'll be in service here on Wednesday. I said, there's somebody here. The Lord said, give me that 5,000 and I'll bless you. Do you know what? People rushed. Watch it. This one week, it will settle a question in your heart. People rushed to give the 5,000. I counted not less than 110 persons who came out for 5,000. Yet, to lift my voice to pray, I said, there's somebody there. You are still sitting down. God said, until you come out, I should not pray. Out! Give that 5,000. And now to tell you that God knows who he wants to change his story. A girl walked out who said home and abroad, all she had was 7,000. And in that service, that 7,000 was with her. So within her, she said, if I give 5,000, how much is remaining? That was why she couldn't come out. So she said, when I said, until you come out, I won't pray. She said, let this man not keep us here until 11 because of me. She came out, dropped the 5,000. And then she said, as I was praying, I said, within 24 hours, I believe in the 24-hour miracle. You always heard from my mouth. I said, within 24 hours, you will hear good news. That was it on Tuesday. By Wednesday, she was in her office and received a call from a man she helped who was traveling abroad because she's a police officer. The man called from abroad and said, hey, since you helped me to travel, I have never called you. I want to appreciate you. Please send your account number. She sent it, and that was it. Why did God respond? It was a sacrifice. It was not convenient to give 5,000 out of 7,000. Yes. Now watch this. The man held his peace. Didn't call her again. 14th February, the man called her. He said, happy Valentine. The girl said, thank you. Happy Valentine too. He said, now I sent you something for Valentine. Check your account. Before she knew it, she received an alert. Pam, pam. Hey. I said, okay, I should not shout too much until I go and confirm. Went to her bank, asked them, they checked the account. It was the same amount you saw. She wrote her check, cashed the money, held it, came out of the bank, was too sure, and now called me. He said, sir, you don't know how I got your number. I called one of your members. I know somebody who knows you in Lagos, Love on Wanta, who gave me your number and I'm calling you now. Sir, that day you came to our church. Look at what happened. That's how I had the testimony. We were here praying when the phone rang. She was not telling. I put it on speaker. He said, sir, thank you for changing my life. But when I say give that money, it was like wickedness. Thank you for changing my life. Do you know how much the man sent? 1 million. Police officer. And she's a lady for that matter. She's a lady for that matter. Thank you for changing my life. 5,000. 5,000. Why did God honor it? It was a sacrifice. All this, take 2,000, take 1,000. Lord, I know you are hungry. Take this step. Listen, in Psalm 50, he said, if I were hungry, I will not tell you. I own the whole world. When I ask you for something, it's because I want to help you. Now hear this. Next week, I think the Sunday is 16th. There are no less than 10 persons here who will stand on this altar to testify of a financial miracle. It starts with sacrificial giving. Time will fail me to show you how to know when to make a sacrifice. I'll just show you about 3 things now. But you see, anytime it's like your finances is going down, it does not require more labor. It does not require hard work. All it requires is a sacrifice. And nobody knows when you are going through things. You are the only one that knows when things are trying to move the way you don't want it. So you go down for a sacrifice. Now here is how to sow. Number 1, sow in God's vineyard. Sow in God's house, because he's the one that gives the harvest. There are so many people today who are good in giving to people, but they are not good in giving to God. We are not talking about philanthropism. We are talking about kingdom promotion. Kingdom promotion. Because he gives the harvest. I don't know who I was talking to the other day. He said, sir, he's a pastor. He said, sir, if not that I met you, I didn't know I was in error. I was doing the wrong thing. He will pack, take money, go and buy things, rice, buy Indomie, buy things, go to Motherless Baby Home and give to them. He goes to Motherless Baby Home almost every time. But yet, he was passing through hell. Any little money that enters his hand, you go to Motherless Baby Home, go and give them things. I say you are missing it. Why? There is no human being that has the capacity to bless you. Only God has the capacity to bless. Giving to the poor is good, scriptural, but it's not the first platform for giving. It must be God first. Giving to man what you have never given to God makes the man your God. It must be first to God. Through kingdom promotion. How? Don't wait until the pastor makes an announcement. God can lay in your heart, buy the church a bus. God can lay in your heart, buy the church a land. God can lay in your heart, in short, whether church has a need or not, whether there's a project or not, give the church 5 million. And tell them it's for the work. In Haggai chapter 1, he said, because you live in your sealed houses and you don't build my house, he said, I will give you pockets with holes. As you make money, bring it back, it will drop. Build his house. I learn from everywhere, and I'm never intimidated, never afraid, I don't feel bad making references from the places I learned from. Today, Salvation Ministries is spreading like wildfire. Hear this and look at the secret. You can't believe it. The man of God, the church does not hardly brings out money to buy or rent property for the church. Its members. A member will just come here, see a hall, pay for it, and then call the church pastor. We are paying for a hall here. You should open a branch here. Now listen, God gave you your money. If you not use it for God, he will take it back. I was hearing my grandfather say the other day that they are now in the mood of building churches. One person will just go to the village, build a church, and I tell church, I'll build church here. Come here and stay. Start church here. The money God is blessing you with is for the promotion of his kingdom. You know that there are people that even in sanctuary department, they can't buy tissue. They can't buy tissue and keep in the church. You give to promote the kingdom, because it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. I know why I bought the pastors on my own birthday when they should give me money. They should give to me. I know why I bought all of them suits. No suit any of them wore that was less than 25,000. Must be the kingdom first. My Thanksgiving offering for my birthday has not come. I'm waiting for it. It's imported. I'm serious. I ordered for it from abroad. When it lands, I'll show you that this is my Thanksgiving offering for my birthday. The other day, what's his name? That's Brother Dozier, the chief protocol officer. I was shocked when I saw it on Facebook. The wife right now, as I'm talking to you, is the best graduating student in Uniport, in her department. The best graduating student. They said there were two contending for that position. And what she used to beat that person is just her project. And see the mystery. The wife was in Port Harcourt in school. God spoke to the husband to carry the laptop he bought for the wife for his project and sold to the church. So he called the wife. The wife said, okay, no problem. So he brought the laptop to my office. He said, God said I should sow this thing. That was the laptop used to type that project. It was the project she used to beat the other person. Today, the best graduating student in Uniport in her department. Why? Because she promoted the kingdom. You know, some people like to talk too much. Some people say it's I am. Even Uniport here, it's difficult for people who are not indigenes of River State to get admission there. This one is not even a Rivers person. This one is even graduation, and you are taking best graduating students. Hear me, with God, I am is suspended. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All this is because I don't know anybody, because it's their people, because nonsense. I've passed through where they say nobody from this side can pass. I've entered there, past it. Must give to God. That's number one, to promote his kingdom. Number two, you must give for soul winning. It was only because of souls that God gave his only begotten son. So every time, every opportunity you have for a soul to be won, give what you have. Some young men in the church now gather themselves. Every Friday they go for evangelism with projector. I didn't bring them together. They brought themselves together. And then they now come in the other day and say that every time they go for evangelism, the church gives them, is it 4,000? Huh? I just call all of them. I say, come. I said, do you want to be blessed? They say, yes. I said, don't take money from church again. Use your money. Sponsor the evangelism. Okay, come and take 500 naira for fuel. Take 1,000 for bus that will carry the speakers. Use your money and see God bless you. You don't even know. Once in a while you call. Please, is there any program? I want to pay for the flyers. I want to pay for the posters. Whatever that will bring a soul into somebody. You should not mean somebody say come to church. The person said I don't have transport fare. Give the person money to charter a bus. Be in church, and then you see your heavens open, and you're on your way to your high places. Finally, I had to cut a lot of things so that we cannot do the third one. Hello? Even if it's 4 p.m., we must do third service. It's established, I'm telling you. I'm here. Hello? Finally, this is the one I saw, and I now knew there is no way I will not leave poverty. Finally, give to the poor. Religion puts the last first. Hey, is anybody hearing what I'm saying here right now? Religion puts what? The last first. There are people who give to the poor, but they don't give to church. And your eyes will open now with what I will show you. This is the scripture that said, okay, if this is what it will take me to come out of poverty, it's settled. Very soon, as you're coming back home to your village, it will be with convoy. Maybe you were sleeping, you didn't know when that thing came. Can I bring it again? Somebody on the sound of my voice, very soon, as you're going to your village, you will be on convoy in the name of Jesus. See Deuteronomy 15:11. This scripture, it removes something from me. Oh yeah, look at it. For the poor shall never cease out of the land. So no matter how we pray, somebody must be poor. No matter the oil we pour on your head, somebody must be poor. So who must be that poor man? And look at it. Therefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt open thy hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor, and to thy needy in thy land. So God is saying, there must be a poor man. And for you not to be the poor man, open your hand to the poor. So how do you know the poor? Anybody you are better than. Like as I am now, by the grace of God, I'm better than the pastors. So I give to them. They sow to me to come to my level. But to remain better than them, I give to them. They sow to me to tap into my grace to come up to my level. But for me to remain above them, I give to them. I saw it 98. The poor is not just the beggar you meet on the street. No. The poor is the one around you you are better than. That's why I give shoes. I give money. And now hear me. The first poor to give to is the poor in the church, not the poor outside the church. I'm trying to balance you today. Oh. Have you heard of people who help people in the village and they have problems in their business? Yeah, you are turning scriptures upside down. Because Jesus said, anyone that does this thing to any of these my brethren, he said, on that day you shall come to me and say, Lord, Lord, why would you say, we saw you in prison, we did not visit you? We saw you naked, we did not give you clothes. We saw you hungry, we did not give you food. He said, any of these my brethren you do it for, you have done it to me. I've paid hospital bills for church members, and I can't count how many people from my family I've done it for. Because this is the first family I have. This is the first family. By covenant. Some of you are good in helping your siblings, helping villagers who carry charms in their hand. But you see a church member, you mock the person. Now, did you see the kind of shoe he came with? I swear to God. They told me one time, a man in this church, the wife had a child, had a baby in the hospital, but had no money to pay for the hospital bill. As they just told me, I said, I said, which hospital? They told me. How much is the bill? They told me. I said, okay, take the money, go and pay. That's all. In this church. There are things I can't say here. I don't want to blow my trumpet. There are people in this church, not school fees, I have paid for their school, adults in higher institution, without any announcement. There's one of my daughter now in the choir. We were talking the other day. Somebody approached me for her. Said, Daddy, I like that girl, I want to marry her. So I called the girl. We were talking. I said, are you a graduate? He said, no, she's not a graduate. Ah! I said, no, you don't look like somebody who's not a graduate. You are too fine not to be a graduate. He said, yeah. Let me buy form for you. Enter Abia Poly. She said, I don't even have WAEC. So my WAEC is not good. I said, now, follow me. I call somebody. So how much will it take? She must take WAEC now, pass it to enter school. I paid for WAEC. I paid for WAEC. I said, you need. She said, Daddy, she's going to write it. I paid. I said, go and take the exam. Now, don't I have people in my village who didn't go to school? To sponsor your girlfriend. Because she's your sin mate. God does not see that kind of giving. So you come out, you say, I'm a giver. God says you are not a giver, you're a loser. Is look for somebody in the house of God. The reason why you are doing it for someone in the church is to encourage the person's faith. To love God the more. And be on your high place for blessing. Hello. Now hear this. As I'm talking, as I've been talking, it's a mountain of voices. As I've been talking, some people are hearing other voices. Whatever he tells you to do, do it. You have a personal challenge. God may tell you now, take that 50,000, take that 100, take that 100,000. Drop it as a sacrifice. And let me turn your captivity around. Don't hesitate. Not because the church is in need and the church cannot be in need. It's because you are in need and you need God to help you. Rise to your feet. What are you doing with fridge in your house that you don't even have money to pay for NEPA bill? Drop it as a sacrifice. Drop it. To have a car, you don't have money for fuel. That car is an offering. Glory to God. Now see, watch me now. Watch me. You see the one walking? Just watch me now. Watch it. Because even in your dream, you see what I'm doing now. You see the one walking right now? Eh? You see the one walking? Am I rushing? Am I rushing? That's how somebody will walk out of poverty today. You will walk out majestically. My second car was sold to the church, Mazda 626. Sold to this church. I sold as a seed. They had to sell it and put the money in the church for the work. Where I am today is not by accident. I caught the covenant secret and I've been trading on it. Those that sow in tears shall reap in joy. The next one I'm supposed to talk about, I don't want to talk about before you think it's because of me, is the prophet offering. But you've heard that one enough. So I don't think it's because of me. Give to God. That was where I was missing it until I met Papa Ibiomi. I said, Papa, I pay my tithe, I give offering, I sow seed. But people hardly give to me. Even the members of my church, he looked at me and laughed. Chibeze, Chibeze. Nobody's giving to you because you are giving to nobody. I said, Papa. He said, is it not man God will use to give to you? As far as you're not giving to a man, nobody, you are giving to God, pay your tithe. There must be somebody you give to. Higher than you in unction. Hey, okay, it's settled. I became prophet offering crazy. That Wednesday the car landed. The first place I took it to, somewhere there, I was with my 50,000 naira. Hello, sir. There's something I came to show you. He stood up. Let's go and see it. He looked around. He said, what are you looking for again? You're not looking for anything. Enter the car. Enter the car. He said, carry me around town. I drove him around. Came back. After prayers, I said, go upstairs, I'm coming. I went with it. I have this. And the kind of humorous person he is, as I was dropping the money on his table, he stood up, looked into my eyes. He said, from now, go and command money. Nezuski pranusha. Ekonosonomene. Inunumeni andaga. Which means this is my last ever worst level financially. So go and command money. I've never had that before. He said to me, the continents of the world become your parish. Since then, getting visa became too easy. Since then, now I get visa without appearance at the embassy. The continents of the world become your parish. And just on Wednesday, I had a new one. Go and command money. Manaso, Enezo Kadea, Bragadiko Prakatea. Listen to me. In case you are here, you don't know. Let me tell you today. The next Idahosa, it has landed in the city of Aba. If you can't clap, it's because you are having a problem with that prophecy. And it can't stop. You are going to pray. Look at one prayer. Simple prayer you pray. Lord, give me a heart for sacrifice. Simple prayer. Simple prayer. One of my daughters here just came into my office the other day. I said, Daddy, I want to see you. I said, okay, go ahead. She just brought a little thing like that, like a box, plastic box. Put it in my hand. He said, Daddy, this is my gold. Both the earring and necklace. He said, I want you to have it. I want God to bless me. And somebody is still struggling with GL. Now hear this. Until you become a sacrificial giver, you are not going any far. You are not going any far. And please, except for things that we are too sure we can sell, don't bring us belt and suit as sacrifice. Nobody will buy that one. It's better you go and sell it. Sell it, bring the money. Don't give us work. Hello? Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Laduski pranuza. Now hear me. All of you here, as Jesus lives, you will live to see my house. Now, I'm not talking this with any plan of church contribution. Church can choose to do something like that for me, but I'm telling you something that church didn't even do. You see it one day standing somewhere. People think I'm mad. You go and mold 2 blocks for 2 rooms. In the house I said, until your bed is big, you can't have a big dream. I don't want to live in a house. I want to live in a castle. There is nothing happening anywhere that cannot happen in Aba. It's happening already. We used to hear testimonies in Port Harcourt, in Lagos. Somebody dance and then they gave him free car. It's happening here now. Geography is never a limitation to God. There's somebody I'm talking to. Where nobody has ever called your name, from there a person is hitting you this way. In John 2 verse 5, he said, whatever he tells you to do, do it. I can't call anybody out now for sacrifice. Life is personal. As I'm talking, you are hearing him. Obey that voice. Hello. He says, as you hear his voice, obey that voice. Harden not your heart. Lord, give me a heart for sacrifice. Anybody ready to make that prayer right now? I didn't hear your yes. Anybody ready to make that prayer right now? Raise your right hand after me. I'm ready to receive that heart. Can it be louder than that? I'm ready to receive that heart right now. Open your mouth and ask him in the name of Jesus right now. Heart for sacrifice. Heart for sacrifice. Heart for sacrifice. I receive. Lift up your two hands. Open your mouth and pray right now. I receive a heart for sacrificial giving. To break the backbone of poverty. To break the backbone of poverty. I receive a heart of sacrifice. I receive a sacrificial heart right now. Lift your two hands, lift your two hands, lift your two hands. Come on now, lift your two hands, come on now. I receive. Jesus Christ. Come alive right now. In the name of Jesus Christ. I can't hear you. Come alive. In the name of Jesus Christ. I like that amen to be louder. In the name of Jesus Christ. What nobody has ever touched as wealth in your family, you'll be the first to handle it. And like you know, to provoke that financial harvest to come fast, they said, let the people praise thee, O God, and let other people praise thee. Then shall the earth yield her increase. The psalmist from heaven is coming again to take us for another 10 minutes dash. Come on now, am I talking to someone here right now? We are going to gyrate in the Holy Ghost. Hear me. Stretch your two hands. I'm going to pray for you that as you dance, do you know that there is a dance that is also sacrificial? Yes, sir. Because it's not convenient. Based on what you are passing through, you're not supposed to be dancing. Based on your lack, you're not supposed to dance. Based on your hardship, you're not supposed to laugh. But as you do it to God, it becomes a sacrifice because it's not